Most productivity hacks will actually make you less productive. The reason is a lot of these productivity hacks depend on apps on your phone. And if you're on your phone, you're more likely to be distracted because you get notifications, there's social media, there's so many things that can distract you. And so many of these productivity hacks depend on using modern technology. But modern technology is what is distracting us. So if you want to be productive, the way you do that is you eliminate all distractions. Like Jerry Seinfeld, if you don't know, he's a famous comedian. He has this rule for himself where for 2 hours a day, he just writes jokes or sits around and does nothing. So he doesn't have to write for the full 2 hours, but he's eliminating all other distractions, and that's why he's able to be productive. That's why he's able to write all these jokes. And that's what you need to do with the core skill of your business, of your job, whatever it is that you're trying to be productive in. You just eliminate all other distractions as much as you can. So for me, I'll record videos, right? This is the core skill of being a content creator, is making and posting videos. Like so many people, they focus on like their channel name or like their profile picture or just things that don't involve making the actual video. But if you're really good speaking on camera, people will resonate with that and then you'll start to get subscribers. So it's like, that is the core skill. So that's what I've been focusing on. So I've posted now for like 38 or 39 days in a row, something like that. And the reason I've been doing that is because I know the core skill of making videos is recording. It's being able to speak on camera. It's being able to deliver value. So it's like writing, recording, speaking. Those are the core skills that I have to develop to be a good content creator. So I focus on those things and I spend a period of time just focusing on those specific core essential skills. So what is the core skill for you? If it's making video, if it's being a content creator, then it's making videos. So spend a certain amount of time where you're just working on making videos and nothing else. You're not distracting yourself with anything else. And so many people, they get too caught up in the details, but just focus on the core skill. Because before social media, if you were bored, like you would just eventually just like clean your room or like do your homework. But now it's so easy to be distracted. It's so easy to be entertained 24/7 that your job is to avoid it so that you can be productive, so that you can focus on the one thing that you truly need to do. Because most businesses, most jobs, there's really like one core thing that you have to do every day. And if you just focus on that one thing, then you'll be productive because like you just need to not distract yourself. So what I do is I kind of live life like it's 2010. So I have this like giant whiteboard in my room, right? I don't use like my phone or my laptop for my to-do list. I use this giant whiteboard because I know like my phone and my laptop would distract me if I had to look at it constantly. But this whiteboard is just staring me in the face when I wake up, and then I can see the things that I have to do. So that's one way. It's like I just kind of pretend that these modern technologies don't exist. I also have like a timer. Sometimes I use this, not too often, but I should. But I have this timer where I can just like, you know, if I want to spend 5 minutes on something, I could just use this instead of using my phone. So it's like if the more you externalize the things that you use your phone for, the easier it'll be to use those things because those things won't distract you. Like I don't read books on my phone either. I have a Kindle that I can read and write on. So I'm like, because I love this thing because it doesn't distract me. Like when I write on my laptop, sometimes I get distracted. But on my Kindle, since it's just books and a notebook, I could just write on it. So it's like so useful for me to have things that can't distract me. So if you really are trying to add something into your life, just think like, okay, will this distract me from doing the one thing that I truly want to do? If the answer is yes, it will distract you, then you have to think twice about buying that thing, or at least consider it a source of entertainment rather than a source of productivity. Because a lot of people buy these things to be productive. They purchase the apps on their phone that they think will make them so much more productive, and then they're less productive because they're on their phone more. But there's certain apps that will help with distractions. Like the one app that I would recommend is called ScreenZen, SCREEN, Zen, Z-E-N. And I'm not sponsored by them, but it's been pretty helpful, but it kind of locks you out of social media if you've used it too much. So I would recommend that one app. But generally speaking, you don't need more apps. You don't need more websites. What you need is to just do the one core skill for your business or your job. You just need to eliminate all other distractions. Sit there, either do the skill or sit around and just think. It's fine to just sit and think and process. Because if you can sit alone with your thoughts, then you'll also come up with better ideas. Like that time when you're sitting around, not working, just doing nothing, is actually really productive. Like if you want to be a content creator, which you probably do if you watch my videos, then you'll start to think of content ideas when you're just sitting around doing nothing because you're not distracted. Because when do you have your best ideas? When do people say they have their best ideas? A lot of times they're like on a walk or in the shower. Why is that? It's because you're not distracted. You don't have anything else that's in your face that's like, just like taking your attention. When your attention is not taken, it can wander. And if it wanders, you can think of ideas. So being able to just sit there is another way to just be productive. So if you block out a period of time where you're either sitting there or doing the core task of your business or your job, then in both of those areas, like sitting there and doing the actual core task, you will be productive. So it's like you don't need all these hacks. So many of these self-development YouTubers, they make hundreds of videos on like all of these websites and apps that you would use to be productive, when in reality, you just need to do the core thing. You just need to do the core skill or sit around and do nothing. And if you eliminate all of the distractions, you will be focused. Focus is the elimination of all other distractions. And this is the easiest way to be productive, is you just pretend like it's 2010. You pretend like these technologies don't exist. You eliminate all of the distractions so that you can focus on what you need to do. And listen, I know I'm saying this is the easiest way to do it, but it's not always gonna be easy. Sometimes it'll be uncomfortable sitting there when you haven't really made the first video, but once you build the momentum, it gets a lot easier. So even though it won't be easy at first, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.